What's up, everybody? I know it's been a few days since we put up a video. I'll get faster as time progresses. For now, though, that's just how it's got to be. We also have a combination of waiting on parts. But today we do have some parts that are showing up, and it is a whole bunch of them. It's a lot of our parts that we're getting from V8 Roadster, and V8 Roadster, which I've mentioned before, they make LS1 or LS Gen 3, Gen 4, I guess even Gen 5 now swaps for Chevrolet. And we were able to actually use a lot of the suspension parts as well as the differential parts, and we even bought their tubular K member, which we were able to get it without mounts, so we can make our own custom mounts for them. So a lot of those parts are showing up today. Maybe even I'm still waiting on a steering rack, and there's a lot of other parts we're still waiting on, but we're getting a little bit of stuff today, and we're going to try and make some progress on what stuff we can, and I'll show you guys here in a little bit. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit today about the coolant system, not for the radiator, but the coolant system for the supercharger that's on the HELLCAT engine. This right here is an auxiliary pump, and what it does is it's what flows water through a heat exchanger and through the intercoolers inside the supercharger. And with our Mopar engine start kit, it actually comes with a plug where we'll be able to use this factory HELLCAT auxiliary pump to run water through. What I'm going to be doing, I don't have the part here yet because we're always waiting on parts with this build, it seems like, but I have a heat exchanger coming, and so what I'm going to be doing is running this through the heat exchanger, and it's a dual pass heat exchanger, so that means the fluid runs through it twice. They do make triple passes. I wasn't able to find one that would work for our application, so I did go with a dual pass. May throw some fans on it, but for what we're going to be using this car for, it's probably not going to be necessary. So most likely I won't. I mean, I'm going to simplify the system compared to the Dodge one. When Dodge created the HELLCAT engine in the Charger and the Challenger, they actually have two low temp LTRs, low temperature radiators. So one's a real small one, probably around like this big, that sits in the fender on the driver's side of the HELLCAT. And then on the other side of the HELLCAT, it had an oil cooler. And then it also has another low temperature radiator that is behind that air conditioning condenser. Space issues, it's not something I'm able to do. This system that we're doing will work just fine. There are tons of people with high horsepower cars that do run a setup similar to what we're doing on this one. So there's not gonna be any issue. So I just want to tell you guys a little bit about the supercharger coolant system, really give you guys an idea of what it takes to do a swap. So I wanted to go over a little bit of this stuff here. We had the unboxing, but I wanted to describe it in a little bit more detail. So these are our frame rails. It's going to make the chassis stronger. As you can see, both of those over here. Those plates up there, we got these in bare metal, as I said in the video earlier, so we could weld these plates on in the location that we need. Since we're doing a Hemi swap, a HELLCAT swap, it's different than an LS swap, and typically these right here from V8 Roadsters come already welded onto these, and those are already powder coated. The axles we have right here, these are 31 spline, custom built to go in our Ford Cobra 8.8 aluminum case diff, which has 373 gears. Aftermarket gears, by the way. Let's see what else we got here. These are all of our upper control arms. So this is our, let's see, what do we have here? This is our front, this is our rear. These are our stainless steel brake lines, front and rear. These are our brake caliper adapter brackets. These, I believe, are our fronts. These might be our rears. We didn't get the other ones yet. They're still being shipped. We also have some other stuff coming. It just hadn't got here yet that we have ordered. And is there anything else here? Oh, so let's talk about the coilovers. So the coilovers, this is one of the rears. We have a 7K spring on this and 10K for the front. Where, let me see, where is it? Yeah, there it is, you can see it, 10K. And those should be fine. I thought about going to a 12K, but I think 10K is going to be fine for the weight. And I just want to go over a couple little things here and you know, tell you guys about all this stuff. So it's a little late, but we need to get this cleaned up. So we're gonna pressure wash it before we have to weld it and put our suspension parts on. We still gotta have a few more days for the rest of them to get here anyway. All right, so we've got this all nice and clean now. Looking good, no dirt. Well, most of the dirt's pretty much gone, so